Tips to help siblings get along better. Siblings are like hands and feet. Hello, dear parents. If your family has 2 or more children, you're probably no stranger to the sight of siblings bickering, fighting over toys, or even getting into physical scuffles. Right? These moments can sometimes cause parents stress and headaches, leaving you wondering how to bring peace back into the home. But did you know? These small conflicts are actually valuable opportunities for your children to learn and grow. So, how can we help our children get along better, love each other more, and turn these wars into precious lessons? Today, let's explore some practical tips together. First, we need to grasp some key points. The most important thing is to understand your children's emotions. Don't rush to scold them, but instead, try to find the root of the problem. Next, teach them essential skills like sharing and resolving conflicts fairly. Sometimes, parents need to step back and allow their children to negotiate with each other. And of course, parents must be the brightest example for their children to follow. Don't forget to praise positive behavior fairly. Set clear rules about not hurting each other, and work together to build a warm, united family atmosphere. Sounds like a lot to do, right? Don't worry, we'll go through each tip in detail right now. Understand and empathize with your child's emotions. Have you ever wondered why your child gets so upset when they have to share their toys or your attention with their siblings? Well, it's because they have real emotions too. They might feel jealous, frustrated, or even hurt. When a child shouts, "I hate my brother," or "I wish I didn't have a sister," it might simply be a way to vent their temporary anger, like when a sibling knocks over a model they spent all morning building, or grabs a toy they were playing with. Instead of quickly labeling your child as bad or selfish, or explaining it away with, "Your little brother doesn't know better," try sitting down to listen and acknowledge their feelings. You might say, "I understand you're feeling angry because," or "You're sad about that." Right? When children feel heard and understood, their anger tends to dissipate more quickly, and they also learn to manage their emotions better. Criticize the inappropriate behavior, not the child's character. Teach sharing and fairness skills. Now, let's talk about the skill of sharing. Sharing is not instinctive. It's a learned skill that requires guidance and practice over time. Even we adults sometimes struggle with sharing, right? The best way to teach your child is by being a role model. Show acts of sharing yourself. Share food. Let others go ahead in line. Offer your seat on a bus. Small actions like these are powerful lessons for your children. However, expecting the older child to always yield and share everything with the younger one is unrealistic and unfair. Let your older child know that they are entitled to have some personal belongings that must be respected, even by their younger siblings. When a child feels secure about their special possessions, they'll be less possessive and more willing to share other things. For example, they might choose to play with their personal toys when the younger one is napping. To prevent disputes, you can try using a timer. Each child gets a set amount of time to play with the toy, and when the time is up, they must pass it to the other. This method is objective, fair, and encourages cooperation. Make sure the time is evenly divided. And don't forget to praise. Whenever you notice your child sharing, waiting their turn, or showing patience, give specific and fair praise. If you praise the younger sibling for eating independently, don't forget to acknowledge the older sibling for helping get the milk. 2. Fair recognition helps prevent unnecessary rivalry. Let children resolve conflicts and learn negotiation skills. Another important point for parents to remember: we don't always have to be the referee in every sibling dispute. If parents constantly jump in to mediate, children won't learn how to resolve conflicts on their own. Small arguments are excellent opportunities for them to practice social skills, negotiation, and emotional management. When you see them fighting, try waiting a bit first. They might just figure out a solution themselves. If they don't, instead of yelling, calmly suggest, "How do you two plan to solve this?" Or, "What can we do if both of you want to play with the same toy?" You can suggest possible solutions like taking turns, playing together, or finding another activity. Encourage the children to come up with ideas and try them out. You might be surprised by the creative solutions they find. Of course, if a conflict escalates into bullying or violence, you must intervene immediately. But for normal disagreements, give your children the chance to be independent. A fun idea is to create a peace corner, or calm corner, where siblings are asked to go when they argue, and they can only come out once they've reached a mutual agreement. Set clear rules. No hurting each other. While encouraging your children to resolve their own conflicts, it's important to have an absolute rule: no hurting each other. Make it clear that while feeling angry is normal, hitting, biting, pinching, or physically hurting siblings is never acceptable. Set simple, understandable rules and apply them fairly and consistently to all children, without favoritism. If a child engages in violent behavior, separate them immediately and apply a pre-agreed consequence. This helps children understand that every action has boundaries and consequences. Parents as role models. You know, we parents are the first and most important teachers for our children. Kids learn primarily by watching and imitating the adults around them. We cannot expect children to avoid fighting or hitting if they constantly see adults yelling, arguing, or using violence to solve problems. Be a role model in cooperation, calmness, and especially in how you handle anger or disagreements. When you're upset, share with your child how you managed your emotions and calmed down. Avoid yelling, shaming, or using harsh words, as these only fuel more anger and negative behavior. How we parents react to conflict directly influences how our children will handle their own issues. Praise good behavior and build a family spirit. Don't just focus on handling fights. It's equally important to recognize and encourage positive behavior. When you see your children sharing, helping, or playing nicely together, offer specific and sincere praise. Children love attention, and they'll quickly learn that good behavior attracts positive attention from their parents. Another great way to build family unity and remind the children of shared goals is to create a family mission statement. It can be simple, like, "In our family, we love and help each other. We resolve conflicts with calm words." Or, "Our family is a team." Write it down, hang it somewhere visible, and talk about it often. When everyone shares the same values and goals, children will feel more connected and willing to cooperate. Minimize opportunities for conflict. Finally, a small but effective tip: observe and minimize situations that often trigger conflicts. Pay attention. When do your children usually fight? Is it when they're hungry, tired, sleepy, or just home from school? Are there specific toys that often cause disputes? Once you identify these risk factors, you can proactively intervene early or adjust schedules and organize play spaces to help reduce unnecessary clashes. Conclusion: raising children and nurturing sibling bonds is a long journey that requires patience, understanding, and consistency from parents. There will be times when you feel exhausted. But remember, every conflict is a learning opportunity. With love, the right guidance, and positive role modeling, we can help our children build strong, loving sibling relationships. Just like the saying, siblings are like hands and feet. Wishing all parents great success on this wonderful journey.